It is time for SPL Season 3 Playoffs Week 2, the top 8. If you don't know, we're the Jubilife Piplups, and we finished first seed in the regular season of the league, which gave us a round 1 bye, going straight into the top 8. And since we finished first seed, we actually have an advantage. We get to pick our opponent out of the 4 players who had to play the first week of the playoffs, and we get to pick our opponent. Now, when I joined this league, I thought it was mainly going to be for content, and yes, I did have the option to pick an opponent who might have a bit of a weaker matchup that we have a stronger matchup into. But when I saw that there was a name that I wanted to play, which might not have been optimal for us to encounter, I thought, you know what, we're playing for content. I think this would be a fun match either way. We are playing a rematch against the only loss of the Jubilife Piplups so far. We have the man himself once again, Mr. Joey Pokieaim MD. That is who the Jubilife Piplups played. Now, I think one of the strongest draft players that we could have possibly played against. He has been killing it this season, has taken names. He has taken me, Aaron, and Joe. Like, he has destroyed a lot of the top VGC players in this draft, and he is a massive threat. You might be thinking, why did you pick the strongest opponent? Well, I want the best match for the best viewer experience. So decided, you know what? We're getting that guaranteed. So we're getting our revenge run back against Joey Pokieaim MD. Hopefully we can win. But if we don't, it should be a good match, hopefully. As long as I don't get completely destroyed, I'll be pretty satisfied. So yes, either I go out with a bang with Joey as my only loss of SPL, or we continue, get our revenge, and feel good about it. So that is the idea. He got his revenge actually against Joe, who was able to beat him in the regular season, and that is who he chose for his option to pick for the first week of playoffs. And now we are doing the same thing against him. So we'll see if it works out well. We have our team, which is going to be different from the week 3 that we played, which is our Golden Go, Dundozo, Glamora, Tinglu, Galarian Zapdos, Screamtail, Shaman, Fletchender, and Tatsugiri. Joey's team is going to be the Annihilate, Diancie, Deoxys Speed, Bronzong, Manaphy, Mudsdale, Hydrapple, Sneasel, Furret, and Poltergeist. If you don't know, we got pretty washed by the Specs Deoxys he was able to bring. Had a close set, but Specs Deoxys plus Sneasel was pretty threatening alongside the Manaphy and the Annihilate. And we made a few changes since then, so we are bringing some new members. Huge shout outs, by the way, to my boys NJ11 and James Evans for helping me build for this week. We did an hour-and-a-half team building session, and I feel pretty good about the mods we're going to bring into, especially if Joey brings anything similar to he did in week 3. Let's break it down the team. First, we fought Fake Tier Screamtail, something I did debate about bringing in the past weeks, but I never brought it, so I thought it could go really well this time, especially because we have some new members that could take advantage of the Fake Tiers. So we're going with Fake Tier Screamtail with Booster Energy and a Rock Tomb option, and this allows us to outspeed max speed Deoxys Speed and get the Rock Tomb off, so it can allow my other partners to actually threaten it, but also like still Rock Tomb in the Sneasel, break a Focus Sash, and then KO it with a partner. So that is the idea of this week. Going to be the Terra Grass to help out against the Poltergeist redirection potential, and to resist the Manaphy, Scald, or water type moves in general, which is pretty nice. So we just have this Screamtail that's able to threaten. Encore is pretty good because he has a lot of setup, but I do think that Joey is pretty good at draft. He knows about prep. I've destroyed a lot of players in this league with Encore disabled. I know he's probably going to have some counterplay, and I'm thinking a Mentaler most likely is going to be likely on either the Annihilate or the Manaphy. I think it's one of those two, and finding that out is going to be pretty crucial. But yes, the Screamtail supposed to be partnered with the Shaman, and Shaman, new member since we played last time, and I think it's pretty good. That grass typing is pretty good. Good bulk as well. Base 100 speed ties with Manaphy. Pretty strong against him, especially with that Life Orb. It will dish out so much damage with Seed Flare, a very strong grass type move that also has a really high chance of lowering the special defense on my opponent, which is pretty dang nice. Like, I did some calcs with Fake Tier Seed Flare. It can KO max HP Annihilate It's absolutely absurd. The Terra Fairy coverage with Dazzling Gleam pretty strong. We saw Namus be able to do work last time, and I think the Dazzling Gleam can still put in a lot of work. And Overpower is to help out against any Terra Steals or Terra Poisons to help out, because he was very worried about my Glamora last time. So I think it will be a pretty strong threatening option here too. The Rock Tomb pairing and the Fake Tears from Screentail should allow Shaman to become a massive threat in this match. Next Pokemon we had was the Golden Go. Golden Go is just a really good combo to take advantage of Fake Tears plus Make It Rain. I mean, that's absolutely an absurd combination in general. Shadow Ball and Make It Rain are the main moves. Trick is for any setup passive stuff that he wants to do with like Annihilate or the Manaphy, because if they're locked in with the choice specs, they're a lot less threatening to deal with. And then Protect was the last move, because the only moves I was really going to be clicking was Make It Rain and Shadow Ball. I felt like maybe Steel Beam, but that was it. And then when we chose our final mon of Glamora, we added Protect so Golden Go could actually stall out some poison ticks. So that was the idea of Protect on the Golden Go, and it's really all I need, I think, on the Golden Go. I don't think I'm clicking other moves realistically. Next Pokemon was the Storm Drain Tatsugiri, and I felt like I cooked with this Tatsugiri. Now, we brought choice specs last time and it put up some numbers, but unfortunately there are so many items I wanted. I wanted multiple life orbs, I wanted multiple choice specs, but I can't exactly do that, so I had to think of something else. Golden Go was the choice specs. I could have went with the Metal Coat, which I did last time, but I was already pretty sold on the idea of choice specs Make It Rain with the Fake Tears. Shaman needed the life orb really badly for the calc, so I'm like, Tatsugiri I really enjoyed. I really wanted to bring it back against Joey for sure, and we're rocking a new set this time. I'm excited about this one because I cooked. My idea originally was, what about Baton Pass Nasty Plot Tatsugiri into Golden Go and Shaman would have been pretty threatening. The problem is that doesn't give me both coverage options, which I think are pretty important, because I need a Dragon type move to hit Manaphy, and I need the Muddy Water because the water coverage is actually just pretty good against Joey in general. So I'm gonna have 5 moves, and I want to Protect, of course, to keep Tatsugiri around, because Storm Drain against Manaphy is pretty important. So scratch that idea. But I thought, yo, Tatsugiri gets Baton Pass. There's a Mirror Herb that I saw, and then like my brain just clicked. What if we just brought Mirror Herb Baton Pass? That is what I suggested, and that's what we went with, because Storm Drain is pretty cool if the Manaphy does go for the water type move, but Mirror Herb is really cool against the Tail Glow from Manaphy and the Bulk Up from Annihilate, even because we can Baton Pass that into our partners and they could take huge advantage of the boost. So this Tatsugiri about to put in some work a bit of a different way. If they go for Tail Glow with the Manaphy and faster, I'll get a +3 Draco Meteor and threaten the knockout into the Manaphy. Just thought it was a very solid option, so that's what I decided to go with. And the speeds on the Tatsugiri is going to be faster by 1 point than the Golden Go, but they're both designed to outspeed Sneasel after a Rock Tomb drop from the Screamtail. Next Pokemon we have is going to be the Zapdos Galar. I felt like it was pretty good in general against Joey's team, other than the Sneasel Deoxys, who's pretty good just at being able to dish out a lot of damage. And NJ suggested the Assault Vest set with the Terra Steel with Braver Close Combat U-Turn Terra Blast. Is able to hit pretty hard, is able to Revenge KO and Annihilate, which is pretty nice, hit it on the physical side. So I thought it was a pretty strong mon to have, because you don't want to have just all special coverage. You want to have something that can actually hit on the defensive side, especially if Joey brings something like screens. So decided bring the physical. Galar Zapdos can take advantage of the bulk up. Again, Baton Pass from the Tatsugiri. And yeah, I think it's just a really good Pokemon that can clean up in a late game scenario. And then final Pokemon, I wasn't sure. We couldn't find something that was like, we had so many options, but we just didn't know which one we wanted to go for. There's Fletchinder for Tailwind to have speed advantage. Ting Lu felt like the least sense there, because I bring a lot of special attackers and I'm trying to do damage with those special attackers, so I didn't think Ting Lu was the best one. I did debate about bringing Ting Lu in the run back when I had Enamus, because I would have gone Choice Band Ting Lu plus the Fletchinder, and I think it would have absolutely done some great work against Joey. But without Enamus, I felt like it was a lot weaker. And then Dundozo to bluff the Dundozo Tatsugiri against Joey was also another option. But we decided to Glamora, because the idea of getting the poison sounded pretty tempting. And that was the last mon we chose. So Glamora going to be with the Corrosion against any of the poison typings. We don't really need the T-Spikes for the most part. Get the Toxic, which is pretty big. and just be able to dish out a lot of damage. It's just supposed to be back in mode because you also have like the Scream Tail plus Glim. If you get poisoned, you can just chip them into range of the Shaman and Golden Go. So that was the final amount we locked in, and that also made me choose my Terra on Golden Go to be Dark Terra to help out with the combination of Sneasel plus Deoxys, because still immune to Psycho Boost, which is pretty good, resist knockoff, which is great, and neutral to ice and the fire coverage from Terra Fire Terra Blast, which did cause some trouble last time. So this is going to be the team. Again, huge thanks to NJ and James Evans for helping me build for this week, and hopefully I'll be able to put in some work. I think I really like the Scream Tail Shaman idea, and the Tatsugiri I'm really hoping we're going to be able to utilize this week. But let's go ahead and get into the battle. All right, we have the rematch of SPL, and ooh, no mana fee. No mana fee. We got Annihilate, the Deoxys Speed, the Sneasler, Poltergeist, that is Diancie, and Mudsdale. Oh, he did actually bring the Mudsdale. I was a little bit scared of this, but I wasn't exactly 100% sure. Let's see. He's got Deoxys Fire again. He's got Sneasel Fire this time. He's got Diancie going to be Terra Water. Interesting. With normal Ape and Steel Sinisha. Okay. I think I'm probably okay. He's probably going with more of a Trick Room route. Okay, that's not a great thing for me, but I think it's probably playable. Wait, what's the... Okay, yeah, Mudsdale's Terra Water. Okay. So at least Shaman's really good, which was my plan in this week. But yeah, this is going to be tough. I do want to go with Shaman for sure. Going Scream Tail is the question. I don't know if I'm going to go Scream Tail or not. I think Shaman makes a lot of sense with Golden Go lead. Yeah, Shaman Golden Go actually seems like a really good lead. There's not really much he can do to punish it. I think back Scream Tail is the way to go here in this. And then last Pokemon, is it going to be Tatsugiri? No, I think it's Zapdos. Actually, was it Zapdos? I don't know. I just don't think... I don't know if Tatsugiri is the right call or if it's Zapdos. Zapdos has speed, so it's a revenge KO against Annihilate if it gets out of hand. But I'm not 100% certain. This is a really cool adjustment team, so let's see what he's going to do. Going to be the lead of the Deoxys and Sneasel. Okay, we do have the Golden Go and the Shaman on deck here. Okay. Kind of curious on what he's going to go for. I do have Protect on the Shaman, which is nice. He might go for Terra Blast, which is okay. I think my best option is to go for a Protect with my Shaman and go for a swap from Golden Go and a Scream Tail, because that takes a knockoff pretty well. It takes a Terra Blast pretty well. And we'll see what he decides to opt for here. As I'll bring out my Scream Tail. Let's see what he does. Okay. As we protect the Shaman, let's see what the Deoxys does. I'm thinking it might be Specs again, but there was no Terra. Okay, it's Screen this time. Good to know. Good to know. All right. As I go for Triple Axle, sure. I think I'm okay with that. I'm pretty sure I can get the KO onto the... I should be able to knock out the Sneasel Drill Light Screen, right? I'm pretty sure that Shaman should. It's Life Orb Shaman. Let me see. Shaman versus the a Sneasel. If it is a Focus Sash variant. Light Screen is up. Yeah, after a Rock Tomb, I definitely should. Okay. So I can go for Seed Flare attempt, and I am going to go for a Rock Tomb attempt. They retreat the Sneasel. Okay, what's switching into the Seed Flare here? That is... I don't know what that is. Diancie. Okay, I get some pretty good damage in a Diancie. I'll take it. So I go for the Rock Tomb into the Diancie. As they go for Psycho Boost, but that should not do that much damage because it is screens. Okay, perfect. Nice. And we are able to get a big Seed Flare off into the Diancie, and ooh, good damage, good damage, good damage. Beautiful. Okay. I like this. I like this. Okay, awesome. Earth Power should always get the KO, but do I want to reveal the Earth Power? I feel like Earth Power is obvious, but there is a chance that they live Earth Power. They have Poltergeist in the back and get the, what's it called, the Hospitality. So I think it's always worth it just to Seed Flare again and Rock Tomb the Deoxys. They're going to protect, which is fine. I can Encore the Diancie, so I'm kind of curious if the Diancie has the, what's it called? The White Herb. As we go for the Seed Flare. Cool. And also Shaman's faster than the... Oh. Trick Room screens. Huh. Yikes. That's a tough one to play around. Tough crowd. Tough crowd. I think it's probably okay in the long term though, as long as he doesn't Earth Power go crazy into the slot. I'm going to go out into my Golden Go. I don't think they threaten the Screamtail immediately. Oh. I have an idea. I'm going to self-Rock Tomb. They're going to swap here. Okay. The Deoxys go out into Mudsdale. Is the last, I'm assuming? Yeah, okay. Makes sense. This is a very interesting game. That means there should be like a Moonblast or something in the gold. Or Diamond Storm. Okay. Not much damage. Does get the defense increase, but that's all right. I do go for the Rock Tomb into the gold. Although I don't think that really helps me in this case. Trick Room Deoxys is really cool. I kind of forgot that Mon gets Trick Room. I think they Body Press plus High Horsepower to Zapdos. I don't have Protects. That's the problem. Protects are really tough. I also got to watch out about Ice Shard. Yeah, this is looking really rough here. This is looking really rough. Okay. I think I'm going to go Zapdos Galar and I'm going to click Encore because I think they're going to go for a... I'd assume this is a Body Press combination with a High Horsepower from the Mudsdale and it's going to go out and Golden Go. That's my guess. I think I have to get the call right. I don't think they're going to double up the Screamtail, but they could, I suppose. Yep, perfect. Awesome. Diamond Storm again. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It does do a lot to the Zapdos. They don't get the defense boost this time. I am able to get the Encore off into the Mudsdale. All right. So we are trying to maneuver. Okay, so it's not like Clay on the Deoxys. All I have to do is just figure out a position where I just stall out these turns, man. That's all I need. They're going to High Horsepower to Screamtail. Plus Diamond Storm again. If I go back into gold, I don't think so. I think I just U-turn. And protect. Let's see what they do here. I don't know if they have Moonblast. I'm not 100% certain, so I guess we'll find out. High Horsepower going to come out. I feel like it's just Diamond Storm, Body Press, Trick Room, Protect. That's what I would guess. Yeah, it's Diamond Storm again. That makes sense. Okay. All right, Zapdos tanks it. Another defense boost. Okay. Ooh, we get a crit on the Mudsdale. It is Stamina Mudsdale. That's good to confirm. All right. I think in the long term, this is all right, though. I'm trying to think of how I have a position because I'm trying to fight through this Trick Room and it's not looking too good. I gotta slow down and think about this. So if I go gold, I can bait the High Horsepower at least, but they're just gonna High Horsepower plus an attack, right? If I go Shaman, I can go for... I guess I could attempt to go for a double protect, which isn't bad here. I think my best place to attempt a double protect. Let's see. If we don't get the double protect, it's fine because then I just go into Golden Go and I threaten Make It Rain plus Seed Flare, and that's actually not a bad position too. I don't think it's bad either way because they're not going to go for the Deoxys switch, which is cool. All right. We failed the double protect, which is fine. High Horsepower connects. Screamtail goes down. I'm kind of curious. Oh, wait, hold on. How much damage does Mudstale normally do? Because I want to know if that is like, I want to know what kind of Mudstale that is, but sure. I gotta go gold. Should I have sacked Zapdos? I probably should have sacked Zapdos because I don't think Zapdos was doing anything. I think Screamtail probably could have taken a hit. I mean, we can Seed Flare here and we can make it rain, and that's still pretty effective. So I am going to go for that. At least the Deoxys isn't that big of an offensive threat. The only big offensive threat is the Sneasel in the back. So I think this is okay, actually. Because Make It Rain should KO even through Terras. They're Terra Water and a Mudstale, so I'm not really too concerned about it. So I guess it just depends on A, what the final move on the Deoxys is, because we know it's Trick Room, which shouldn't be a factor for the remainder of the game, I think. But we'll see. Let me see. What's the Mudstale here? Oh, wait. I never calced a Mudstale, so I need to create a Mudstale set. Okay. They switch out and sack Deoxys. That makes sense. Seed Flare going to come out into the Deoxys. Doesn't pick up the knockout, but Make It Rain will. All right. Okay. So we get a double knockout. It's Sneasel plus the... It's Sneasel plus the Mudstale last. I revealed Protect on Shaman, right? I did. Is the Protect super obvious? They should know I'm Specs Gold. I think this is kind of a mind game. Because they're going to Terra Water the Mudstale, I imagine. I think they always go for the KO into Shaman. And I think they high horsepower Mudstale. I just don't know if that's banded Mudstale or not. I think I always go Zapdos though, and I always go for a Terra Dark Make It Rain. Because I think they have to go for the... I think they always have to make sure that the Shaman is threatened. Because if they don't get the Shaman threatened, it's just a wrap, right? They luckily don't know my item on Zapdos, which is a good thing because they don't know I'm a Sulfus for this game or for the next few games, which is nice. I am going to go for the Terra Dark here. They go for knockoff. Oh, if I Terra Fairy'd there, I was in an incredible spot. I would have been in an incredible spot. That's unfortunate. Okay. Gonna Make It Rain off. Also, they did not Terra the Mudstale. Wait. They didn't Terra the Deoxys. They didn't Terra the Deancey. I'm surprised they didn't Terra. Stamina up. Heavy Slam. Why did they Heavy Slam the gold? Also, how much was that? Is that a Sulfus Mudstale? I think that's a Sulfus Mudstale based on the damage. I do have time to calc that. So this is Mudstale. I have all customs showing. Because this is really important. Sulfus. And that was -1 Make It Rain spread. No, Sulfus should... Oh, wait, no, that's with light screen up. Okay, yeah, that damage makes sense to me. Yeah, okay. I don't have quick attack, unfortunately. Do I go for a throw here? I'm trying to think. Does Shaman have a chance to KO my... or the Mudstale at this range? Because I don't think it'd be more than max. Dazzling Gleam has no chance to KO Mudstale. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do. Yeah, I'm just going to go for Make It Rain and Seed Flare. I think they're just going to target down the gold with the... Okay, they go for Terra Water now. which I'm kind of surprised by. If they attack the Shaman and I could have just protected, I'll be super upset at myself. But I think they always target the gold. Yeah. Is there a miss? Okay, they hit all three. Okay. So gold goes down. I get the Seed Flare KO into the Mudsdale, but we are going to lose this first game. Okay. I think if I didn't sack my Screamtail, I think I kept Screamtail around and I actually sacked the Zapdos instead, I actually had a way better chance. So that was a mistake on my part. I should have sacked the Zapdos. I got big greedy on the double protect when I could have definitely used the Zapdos remaining. Okay. I guess I'll just reveal Earth Power because I don't think I'm going to click Earth Power much in the set at all. They do reveal Ice Shard, so I'm not surprised about that. Okay. Yeah. So I guess I could have high horsepower, or I could have went for the KO on the Sneasel, but the problem with going for the KO on the Sneasel is I take the Heavy Slam. So I think I was just in a game lose situation anyway, unless I was able to get a triple axle dodge on my Golden Go. So he takes the first one, which is cool. I now learn a lot more about the team. Like now I have to play more safe against Sneasel, Deoxys, but I don't have to worry about like Terra Fire, Terra Blast just nuking him on there. So that's actually pretty good for me. Okay. I will take that for sure. I didn't really like Zapdos though. It didn't, well, it was a good switch into Mudsdale, which was nice. But it's gonna be a bit of a difficult one. All right. So let's see how this is going to play out. So I like the idea of bring Gold Shaman again. I think the lead wise, it was really good offensively. Especially since I don't have to scout for like Terra Fire, Terra Blast on the Deoxys. So that's at least a nice thing. I think back wise, I bring Screamtail again. And I think did I bring Tatsu this time? It might be Tatsu. I'm just gonna double check if Mudsdale always KOs the Screamtail there with high horsepower, because I would like to know. Because I think it's a Assault Vest, but I mean, for all I know, it could be Banded, and I was just making a big mistake. I think high horsepower KOs at that range. High horsepower. It's a roll if he's max attack, which is fine. Okay. I kind of want to bring the Tatsugiri instead. Yeah, because it does threaten quite a bit here. Yeah, I like it. And having another Protectamon is always nice, installing it out the turns of the Trick Room. Because, again, I only had 2 Protects, so it was really hard to stall out Trick Room. But I think it's manageable without Zapdos. Well, let's see. Maybe I should have just let the Zapdos and went for the Terra. Actually, Zapdos would have been pretty good. They didn't have a way to stop Zapdos from clicking Terra Blast into DNC. So maybe that's something I adjust for if we go into game 3. We're going to see the lead of the Annihilate Deoxys this time. Okay. Versus Golden Go Shaman. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Okay. They don't get like beat up or something, right? This is probably just a... I mean, the ape should be faster than my gold. I think I could just get a Seed Flare and a Deoxys and to make it rain, and they don't have a switch. Pretty sure. All right, we see a Terra come out. What Terra is going to be coming out here? The Fire? No, Ape Terras. Into normal. That makes sense for Shadow Ball. Okay, perfect. I don't care about Terra normal Ape that much, so that's cool. Is this Final Gambit Ape, actually? I don't think it should be, but we'll see. Oh, that's a bad Sea Flare miss, man. Okay. That's a bad Seed Flare miss. Also, I'm faster than his 8, which is not what I anticipated. Okay. Bulk up. Oh, that's a bad miss, man. Okay. Am I gonna go for the 50-50? I feel like that's a terrible play. They already committed Terra, so they can't Trick Room, which is nice. I guess I go Tatsu here. No, I think I protect and make it rain. I don't care if I lose gold. Yeah, I think I don't care if I lose gold. I think I think one of the Pokemon is Mental Herb on their team. It might be the Ape. They Cycle Boost. The Shaman, cool. I think this is Rage Fist also in that slot, but if it's not, it's okay as well. Make it rain. Good damage. Okay. I don't think Sea Flare was getting the KO there, so that's perfect. Is this Rage Fist double up too? Nice. Okay. Really good. Really good. Now I have a Seed Flare, make it rain threat. Although I guess we're playing a 50-50 because I don't know who is getting targeted here. But we're going to see DJ Casper come out, which is going to be the Sinistra. Okay. Ooh, they could protect Trick Room. They could protect Trick Room. Oh. Do I just go for the Seed Flare, make it rain? It's a... Isn't this 50% chance to lower Spadef? I think we go for it at this point. I don't really see an out. Yeah, I'm just going to go for Seed Flare. I'm going to let it rip. Seed Flare. Nice. Okay, beautiful. Oh, it's Defiant this time. That is not something I expected. Okay. As we do get to make it rain to KO. Wait, it did not? I know I'm -2, but I really thought that was KOing after. Oh, that's crazy bad. He gets a Rage Fist. KOs my Shaman. Oh, boy. Oh, I thought that was KO. I guess I should have went for the Sinistra then. Or not the Sinistra, the Poltegeist. All right. I think we're losing. I think we're losing. Tatsugiri in. This just life do? Do I muddy water here or not? Do I protect or do I muddy water? That's the question, because I feel like you're tarting down. Well, you don't know what my sound Tatsugiri is, I guess. I just go for make it rain, I think. I think they're just gonna life do Rage Fist to Tatsu, but let's see. Yeah. I think this should always be in the Tatsu den. Let's see. I don't think we're getting the KO. We'll find out. Okay, they got me. They just got to me with their text. Rest. Oh, if I went for Muddy Water, there actually might have been a playable game. All right. Lumberry. That's super cool. Or Chesto. Yeah, I can't do anything, unfortunately. I could go for a double protect and switch into Scream Tail so I can reset my stats, but yeah, that was pretty ugly. I guess I should have tricked the ape immediately. I thought I was going to get enough damage to where I could just go for Seed Flare and make it rain, because I was hoping to get the KO into the Deoxys turn 1, and then maybe Seed Flare make it rain would KO the Annihilate the next turn, but that is not what happened. Jeez. I do get the double. I don't know if that's really going to matter, though. I mean, I do have Terra Dark on my threat. I do have Terra Dark on my threat. I mean, this may be possible because Light Screamer is off. I do have a very powerful Make It Rain threat. I guess I could go for a Mind Game the next turn, but this Annihilate's boosted as heck, right? Like, It's +3 rage. I don't think gold even lives a rage fist. I'm gonna be real. I don't think it lives a rage fist. Actually, can I set up a situation? Maybe I could set up a situation. I think I try to set up a situation where I just don't see this happening, man. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. But let's see. I'm gonna encore this Sinistra so it's locked into a move, so it can't go for Trick Room in the future turns. Then I'm gonna try to fake tier Muddy Water, deal with the ape, and hope that's enough. They go for Curse. That makes sense. Into my Scream Tail. Yep. You go for Rage Fist. Sure. Maybe I can win. Maybe I can win. If the last Mon... If it's Sneasel, I lose. If it's Sneasel, I lose. If it's... If it's Mudsdale, I win. Bring out the Tatsugiri. I mean, if it's Sneasel, there's so much I have to do. I think they just switch out to Sneasel if they have it. Oh, that's an interesting switch. That's Mudsdale, right? Wait, maybe I have a chance then. Maybe I have a chance. If I clicked like fake tears into the Mudsdale, I actually definitely had a shot. You go for a curse. That's going to be a curse on my Tatsugiri. Okay. It was Mudsdale, but they switched, which is smart. Yeah, I can't win this, can I? I think I would have had to read Ape switching out and go for fake tears in that slot so I can fake tears the Ape. The thing is, I think this Ape is hecka bulky. I guess my play here is just to hope that I get the KO into the Ape with fake tears Draco, and then I go for a fake tears Muddy Water, hoping that the Mudsdale misses high horsepower and Tatsugiri. Okay. It's not the prettiest out, but there's an out. Alright. Fake tears into the Ape. Which will give it Defiant, but Draco should KO. I don't think Muddy Water KOs. That's why I have to go for Draco. I do reveal my Mirror Herb, which is funny. Draco Meteor KOs. Oh, wow. I am shocked that lived. That's max special attack. Yeah, it's cooked. You planned too well, man. The Trick Room was just too hard for me to stop there. It's actually funny because I debate. Oh, he heavy slammed into Draco KO'd Ape. I actually would have won. Or would I have won? No, the curse is doing too much. Yeah. Unless he heavy slammed my Tatsu for some reason, but he should always be targeting my Scream Tail. Is Annihilate always Ape? Oh, okay. I want to know. That's max but def Ape, I'm assuming. That's crazy to me. But good games to Joey. That's going to be the end. I told you, I'm either going out with a bang or I'm getting my revenge. Unfortunately, we're not getting our revenge today. He prepped super well. Okay, I spent a bit too long rambling towards the end of the video, but man, I don't think I played that well this week, but you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you play really well and some days you just won't. And unfortunately, that was not a day I played well. Joey definitely played better. His prep was pretty good. The Trick Room Deoxys, man, I didn't know he got Trick Room, or not. I didn't know, but like it's been a long time since I've seen Trick Room Deoxys. since like I played doubles OU back in like 2016, 2017, because I just don't play against the Oxes. I forgot that I got Trick Room after so long. So yeah, definitely forgot about that. I do think that I disrespected more of his Trick Room options like the Mudsdale. I considered it, but I really wasn't expecting it, especially since we had some pretty good coverage with like Dondozo, Shaman, Tatsugiri in general. So I wasn't anticipating it. But yeah, Joey brought in really good prep this week, brought really good mods in general. It's just, he got me, and I didn't think he was going to go with Trick Room as the route to counter my Encore disable Screamtail. So I played too much into his Mental Herb on the idea of him just running Mental Herb, but Trick Room instead is actually a pretty good counterplay. I think I should have had Trick Room on my Screamtail, I guess, if I wanted to counter that. So there were also some misplays. Game 1, I think I should have sacked the Galarian Zapdos instead of going for the Double Protect with Screamtail. If I get the Double Protect, I'm in a really good spot, but I think I definitely had actually pretty good odds, even if I just sacked the Galarian Zapdos, because Screamtail lived a knockoff at the range. Triple Axel was a bit weird into the Screamtail, and if I get one Rock Tomb in the Sneasel, I'm actually in a pretty good spot, I think, in the end game. So yeah, I think definitely should have sacked the Zapdos because it didn't actually do anything. And then also the fact that game 2, I think I should have locked into Shadow Ball with Gold. I think locking into Make It Rain was pretty bad, although there was like the miss, which was actually kind of big because that allowed the Poltergeist to come in while Golden Go was -2 instead of -1. So Seed Flare to Make It Rain wasn't playing the Poltergeist to take the knockout. It actually was pretty big there, but I think locking into Shadow Ball was just overall a better play. So definitely a lot of mistakes. So unfortunately, Jubilife Piplups are out of this Draft League SPL at the top 8. Man, the only man though that we lost to in this league was Mr. Joey Pokeaim MD himself, and I can't complain about that. He cooked me, and it was well deserved. He played better than me, and yeah, he just destroyed. I told him I was ready to lose this because here's the thing, I'm good at VGC. I think I am a good at VGC, at least. I'm not sure about this one, but he is incredible in draft. He has so much more draft experience than me. But I absolutely enjoyed my time in the league. I hope everyone enjoyed. Me and Joey did a really long interview after the battle. So if you want to go check out some of the stuff I talked about, like especially like my thoughts on the league and some of the stuff about our matches and random food takes we did, because we had a really long interview and just went on a huge fun tangent. Go check him out. I absolutely love Joey, one of my favorite Pokemon creators of all time. So make sure you go check him out and his point of view down below. And yes, I don't know if I'll come back to Draft League for a while at least, because this was a pretty long, exhausting road here, just because of how chaotic it was. I think just this Draft League setting up in general, but I did really enjoy the battles. The battles were incredible. The other parts, I could go without them, but I really did enjoy the battles. I got to have a lot of fun chatting with some of the players in the league, all great creators. So if you want to check out the creators of the league who participate, make sure you go check them out down below the description. And you know, Joey keeps telling me, oh, I'm gonna lose. Dude, shut up. You're gonna I told him he's like gonna win and he's gonna day 2 Milwaukee regionals that he's competing, and that this actually screws up his schedule because he has to plan so much. So either way, even if I didn't get my revenge by beating Joey, I did get revenge by making him have harder time with his commitments next week. So that's a win for me. Go check out Joey. I'm rooting for him to win the league, other than I think I'll root for him as the main one, because obviously the only person we lost in this league. I would also love to see Aaron up there, but he has to also play his top 8 match. I don't know if he actually won or lost because he hasn't played it by the time I'm recording this part. So we'll see. We'll love to see Joey versus Aaron as a rematch too. So there's all that. But yeah, thank you to everyone who supported the Jubilife Piplups SPL. And yes, I'm sorry I was not taking the easy route of like getting a better matchup that we could have had. But you know what? I wanted to go out with a bang if we did go out. And I just wanted this match because I felt like it would have been one of the most fun, because I think like just playing strong opponents, that's just what makes me enjoy this game more. So it was a good time. Subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always, and we'll have a lot of Reg I stuff coming up.